I'm sure by now you've seen those little charm cameras, like the Kodak Charm, what are they called? I don't even know. They're small, they're fun, they're colourful, you can hang them off a bag, you can keep them around your neck. This is Insta360's version of that, but it's much more versatile, much better image quality and certainly much better video quality. I think it's a really fun little camera. Let me show you what it can do, and let me show you what it can't do. This video is sponsored by Insta360, but as always, all thoughts are my own. If you're unfamiliar with the Insta360 Go 3S, this isn't a new camera, it's just a new bundle of it and a new way to use it. The original bundle comes with a camera, an action pod with a screen, and then you can detach the camera from it. Storage is built into the camera, which in this case is 128 gigabytes. The standalone camera weighs just 39 grams, and it has no right at all being as high quality as it is for the size. This bundle, the special edition retro bundle, doesn't come with the action pod, so there's no screen. Instead, it comes with this housing, the retro viewfinder, to turn it into a tiny everyday carry photography camera. You can still detach it and use the video features, and there's a battery pack that you can connect to, which doubles the battery life to 76 minutes. So with this version, there's no screen, but the sticker on the front is an NFC tag. So when you press it to your phone, it will open the Insta360 app, and you can use pretty much all of the features there instead of the screen. This version is great for street photography and day-to-day documenting, and it's just a bit of blooming fun. It's really stylish, and you can sort of hang it on your neck or on a strap, whatever you fancy, and it's always on hand for when you want to take a photograph. So definitely, there's pros and cons to both bundles. This one is for informal, fun photography, a really stylish design, and a much smaller form factor. It's such a fun camera, that's the word I keep coming back to. You can just leave it and forget about it, and then when you need it, you can just press the button once, it turns on, takes a picture, and then you can turn it back off. You can double tap to start video, but you can also use it as magnetic mounts as well. So I've got lots of POV footage from Safari using this camera. Yeah, it goes in like a little thing that you can use it to shoot photographs with.
And this is what?
So if you look down the top, it's a...
it's a viewfinder.
Just water.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really cool. And the sticker on it is like an NFC tag, so if you put that to the phone, it opens the app. And I even got a little bit today on the bicycle when I was going around this lodge looking for animals. Excellent for the bikes. Hashtag influencer time. So of course, both the Ace Pro 2 and the Go 3S can take photos. So I thought it would be good to show you the differences and the pros and cons. So on the Ace Pro 2, on the 1x linear lens, it looks like this, but you can 2x crop. And then you can get these sorts of shots, which are very much more standard focal length shots. On the Go 3S, we're stuck with just the wide angle. You can de-warp it a little bit, but it is a very wide angle shot. So that's what it looks like on the Go 3S. And then for vertical photos, you really just have to eyeball it because there's no way to see. It's a fun little photography experience, but you just have to be aware of the style of photographs that it takes and the limitations. It's a really good option, but if you want something that's more serious for photography, I've had great results from the Ace Pro 2 for ages now. I've used both these a lot on this trip, and this is fun. This is great for informal stuff. Great if you need a wide-angle lens in a pinch. Great for POV video, but the Ace Pro 2 does all that, and because you've got the 2x punch-in, you get much more traditional-looking photographs. So in terms of accessories, we have the magnetic pendant, which I've used a lot. And then you also have this attachment to put it onto a tripod. You can also attach it to any magnetic surface. Just remember to check that it is in fact magnetic before you let go. You can stick the camera into unconventional places because of its size and weight, and I love it for just little bits of B-roll and day-to-day capturing video-wise. Best of all, it has a square sensor, so you can choose afterwards if you want the clip to be in horizontal or vertical mode. And the stabilization is utterly ridiculous. The game drive vehicle vibrated a lot, and most of the footage was smooth. And the bike as well, I looked down at the tyre and thought there's no way this clip will be usable, but it came out perfectly fine. You can even walk with the camera and have some cool gimbal-like shots straight out of camera. Hope that worked. Sometimes it's a bit fun not having a screen. I use the word fun very loosely. And I have this compilation of just pictures of me looking down at it to check what mode I'm in. So it is definitely a bit of a learning curve to figure out what is being shot, what isn't, when is it being shot, when it isn't. I will say as well, you by default will have a beep on the camera, so you can tell, you know, you'll press a button, it'll beep, you know the photo's been taken. But for me, I want to kill all cameras that make any noise with fire and just throw them in the bin. The first thing I do with any camera is take the sound off. And, you know, it's at my detriment, but I'd rather have an incognito setup. So it does flash instead. You have 3 blue flashes that shows that a photo's being taken, and then it'll flash red when the videos are being taken. But in very bright Namibian light, that's not as easy to figure out as when you're at home. So if you're finding that the modes that you're in are a bit confusing to figure out, you can turn the beep on, but I refuse. So I've just got a compilation of me looking dumb down at the camera. So what about the retro viewfinder and photography in general with this camera? That's the most important update. Well, the waist level viewfinder is really bright and intuitive to use, but just note, as with all of these styles of viewfinders, the image is mirrored. So sometimes it's a matter of looking up to make sure your shot is level and then back down again. It's quite easy to get lost when you start sort of tilting it in one direction and then the other. There's also a selfie mirror at the front, and you can add the power pack at the same time as the new viewfinder housing, so you can keep taking photos and charge it at the same time. There are plenty of photo filters built in, and there are 2 new film style photos for this particular bundle, which I think look great straight out of camera. So this trip so far has been an Insta360-a-thon, and the one that surprised me the most actually is the Go 3S. Having the little magnetic thing, being able to stick it on the car, has given me some of my favourite POV shots. I can just stick it on the front and don't have to worry about it. There was even a bit where like leopards were coming towards the car, and I think it got some great footage as well. So it's such a versatile little camera, particularly in great lighting like this. And then of course, this is the X5, which has been great for some POV shots, some getting down underneath the car shots. It's working really, really well. One thing that I think is really popular at the moment in sort of everyday carry photography is this concept of taking photos in the moment, not being able to review them, and then looking at them later. It's sort of like taking photographs on a film camera, but you don't have to worry about getting it developed. And this is very similar. I've reviewed like the Pixie camera recently, and I've got a Camp Snap camera, and there's no screen, and there's no way to review the images until later in the day. And I think the benefit of that, sometimes you will get some terrible photos, but sometimes you have like this excitement and anticipation to see how they've developed later on in the day. So with this, I could go out all day or even all week, and then I can tap it against my phone, open up the app, and then review it later. So it keeps you in the moment. It keeps the photography being sort of low stakes, low key, just as and when you want it. And then you can see how it all turns out later. So who do I think this camera is for? I think if you are charmed by the idea of a camera, which I've got quite a few of them now, I found some in Japan, but you want the quality to actually be good. I think this is great for if you just want to have a camera anytime with you. Like there's sometimes like I might be going out for lunch or whatever, and I might not pick up a camera, but if this is clipped to my bag, I'll always have it just in case. But I think on top of that, because it is an action camera and it is waterproof and it is magnetic, this is ideal for someone who just wants to get little clips throughout the day of maybe vlogging or just day-to-day life stuff. And speaking of content creation, a really top tip is because it is magnetic, it is compatible with all the MagSafe stuff. I've accumulated loads over the years. My favourite is my trusty travel tripod from K&F CONCEPT, but I've got loads of different variations, and the Go 3S will stick to them all. So I think it's got all the charm of a camera, but all the power of an action cam. so you really do get the best of both. So let me know what you think about this little camera. I'm quite charmed by it, actually. So far, it's really good fun. Insta360 have a summer sale at the moment where you can get money off and also some free accessories like a leather case and some attachments. So check out the link in the description if you'd like to get one yourself. And as always, thanks for watching.